Hi everyone, this is Jitakshara and today we're going to tackle the concept of blood splatters in forensic science. Forensic science has become a hot topic due to television shows like Law and Order and CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, that is attracting numerous students into this glamorous topic. Today, our aim is going to be to investigate how, in the field of forensic science, the size of blood splatters correlates to the distance from which the blood fell. And second is going to be to observe how blood splatters occurs differently in different textures. We would require a pair of gloves, 4 tablespoons of corn syrup, 1 teaspoon of red food coloring, a dropper, 2 tablespoons of water, a measuring cup, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, measuring tape, measuring spoons. For texture 1, wood, texture 2, glass, texture 3, cloth, and texture 4 will be tile, and texture 5 will be a slipper. So first off, we need to make fake blood for the experiment. For that, we need to place 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in a bowl. Then we need to pour 2 tablespoons of water in the bowl and mix it until it becomes smooth. After that, we need to add 4 tablespoons of corn syrup into the mixture. Then we need to add 1 teaspoon of red food coloring. Now our fake blood is ready and we can proceed with experiment 1. We're going to start off by dropping the blood from at a height of 30 centimeters. Now we're going to take the medicine dropper and fill it with the simulated blood. We are then going to vertically drop the fake blood onto the cardboard piece at an angle of 90 degrees. In this experiment, I would be taking 5 different heights and will be dropping 10 blood drops in each height. Now going forward, we will drop 10 blood drops at a height of 60 centimeters. As you can see, it is getting a little bit messier as smaller blood drops are flying in every direction as we increase the height. We also observe the blood drops are noticeably getting bigger as the height increases. The height of 150 centimeters was really difficult to do on a table, so we had to switch our location. Now this is the final result of experiment 1. After the blood drops had dried, I calculated their drop diameter and the average drop diameter in every height. And I noticed higher the blood is dropped from, the bigger the spatter it created. Since there is more time due to greater height, there is more impact from gravity, pulling the drop down, which makes the drop gather more speed, so it hits the surface with more force. In conclusion, greater the height, bigger the spatter. Now moving on to experiment 2, we will be taking glass as a texture 1. My hypothesis is that drop will probably look like a perfect circle, as is on a smooth surface. We are observing that the texture is very smooth. The blood drop is very round and even in shape, with no sharp edges. In actual crime scenes, we observe these kind of blood splatters when a bleeding person is standing and the blood drops are perpendicularly falling on the floor. Our second texture, wood, has rougher texture than glass. We predict that it may absorb blood after some point of time. Now we see that this blood drop shows stark difference between glass and wood. Here the edges are spiny and some drops also have some satellite stains. Satellite stains can also happen when blood is being dripped upon blood and it's being collected in one place, usually in cases of stabbing. Now we come to our texture 3, which is cloth. We observe that when we drop the blood on cloth, it is slowly being absorbed by the material. Now we come to texture 4, which is tile. Now compared to glass, tile is slightly rougher in texture. The blood drop that we observe has a bit of scalloping at the edges. Now scalloping is one of the many terms that defines the edge characteristics of bloodstains. The patterns we may observe on tile may give us an idea of the movement that happened on the crime scene. Now we come to our final texture, which is slipper. The pattern of the sole of the slipper will be observed in this experiment. Now, this is a very good example of transfer pattern, which is a passive pattern of blood, where we have a bloody surface coming in contact with another. Now, when we are pressing the slipper on the paper, we notice that the patterns get lighter and lighter as we move along. After a while, it is not possible to observe these patterns with the naked eye. However, with chemicals like luminol or blue stars, professionals can find a continuation of the pattern in a crime scene.